Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Friday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather, and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. In the news tonight, the Legal Assistance Center, LAC, launched the EU-funded project empowering the SAN Legal Capacity Building for Human Rights Access, which is funded by the European Union to the tune of 330,000 euros and implemented by the LAC in collaboration with other stakeholders. The project commences this month and runs for 3 years. In the 33 years after independence, comprehensive studies have been undertaken to document the realities faced by the San people of Namibia. The studies revealed that the living situation of the San as a collective has not improved, although certain communities may have a marginally better living environment. Consequently, the main aim of the project is to improve the living conditions of the San by fostering an environment that seeks to empower them to ultimately access these rights through their own violation. The project aims to achieve, among others, improved access by San communities to basic constitutional and international human rights, strengthening awareness and advocacy capacity for combating all forms of discrimination on any ground, increasing engagement opportunities for the participation in decision-making of peoples in minorities in vulnerable situations, and strengthening regulatory capacities and measures addressing social services, quality and affordable health services, and education. Now, in our next story, gains in women's rights and gender equality are at serious risk of being reversed by multiple crises. This, according to the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs, Cletus Karondo. He made these remarks while tabling a report in Parliament. The report by a parliamentary delegation was on the role of parliamentarians in the implementation of the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, based on a roundtable discussion held in Geneva in June. He said the Inter-Parliamentary Union and the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights jointly organized the parliamentary discussions on women's rights in celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Now, despite the progress and the near universal adoption of the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women, no country can yet claim to have fully achieved gender equality, Karondo said. Now, Paratus Namibia extended its retail footprint with the addition of 9 more reseller and 6 pop-up shops across the country. Earlier this year, Paratus opened 3 branded pop-up stores in informal areas around Windhoek. After a few months, Paratus reports the shops have been so successful that this has spurred on its mission to open more outlets that are convenient to its customers. MD of Paratus Namibia, Andrew Hall, explains that expanding their retail network is important for many reasons. Following the recent national rollout project, they have now extended their services over their proprietary last-mile infrastructure to a total of 28 towns across Namibia. These additional stores will leverage their investment and reach customers in these areas directly. They plan in the future to continue expanding the national footprint while ensuring the network always delivers a quality service. These successful retail shops, coupled with their robust digital engagement via the online sign-up portal, reinforces their commitment to providing convenient and accessible services to their customers. The blood transfusion service of Namibia is currently experiencing a critical shortage of blood, and they plan to host 2 blood donation clinics in Windhoek and Ongwediva this Saturday, the 11th of November 2023, to help rebuild the blood reserves for hospitals around the country. NAMBTS has observed significant increases of blood transfusions for patients since the beginning of September, coupled with low intake at various blood donation drives over the preceding 2 months. Their reserves have dropped to 4 days at the NABTS headquarters center in Tal Street from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Ongwediva blood drive will be held at Marula Mall, located from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. With only 1% of the Namibian population donating